So, good morning everybody, thanks for being here. My name is Olimar Maisonet. I'm one of the delegates from SustainUS. We are a youth-led delegation from the United States, and I think we are about 20 people that have come here to Rio to try to promote the vision that the United States youth want at Rio Plus 20. I think it's very important to recognize that when we talk about the future we want, we have to recognize that the future we want as the U.S. youth, it's gonna look very different from the future that youth from Africa probably wants. And that's probably because they're dealing with different issues as us. But the idea that goes behind them, it's basically the same. We want a future that is sustainable, and we want a future that promotes human security. We want a future where we feel safe, and where we know that the air we breathe and the water that we drink is safe. Basically, one of the most interesting aspects of SustainUS is that we're all voluntary. We do this on our free time, and it basically takes half of our days to put together policy brief and to come to conferences, to intersessionals, and just lobby our delegations so they can promote the issues we care about. And one of the most important ways to understand how SustainUS work is that we have like 3 priorities, or 3 main focal points of the actions that we do. First, we believe in educating the people that are around us and the local communities that we come. If you ask any of us, I think that we can recognize that we have been leaders on our communities, or we have been leaders on our campus by promoting this idea of sustainability. Even if we care about different issues, we recognize that all of them are interlinked in some ways. Some people care about energy, some people care about promoting this idea that they want a future where energy doesn't come from the ground. They want to promote solar, they want to promote wind. I personally want to promote a world where water is accessible to everybody. So first, we believe in educating and promoting those ideas. And the way SustainUS work with different organizations is that we like to get very involved in the policy and trying to get this policy out to our delegation and to other youth delegations in the United States. So we basically look at these UN documents and figure out how they fall short of the priorities that we have of a US youth, put together this policy brief and share them with other US delegations, with other youth groups, and we try to find ways to converge and work together to promote those points. And coming again to this idea about like the future we want, it's very related to try to promote an economy that is sustainable. Firstly, in the United States, you have to recognize that the way things are dealt with in the federal level is very different from the local. So first, at the federal level, most sustainable energy resources. Also at the local level, we have to recognize that there are businesses already taking steps toward promoting sustainable development, and we have to recognize that and incentivize more sources of energies that are renewables, or that are good for the planet. And I think that the last question was related about the trade-off that can happen when you're promoting sustainable development, but I don't think we should focus on like trade-offs, rather on the challenge that comes with promoting sustainable development. And in my experience, it has been that you have to connect this idea with human security, because there's a lot of people out there that cannot understand what climate change is because they don't see the direct impacts on their daily lives, and that's a connection that you as like youth leaders have to make to promote sustainable development. Like why someone has to care about the fact that the different like polar regions are melting, or why islands are going underwater, like that doesn't really affect someone from like Oklahoma. So how can you make that connection to make them care about sustainable development?